The good news is we appear to have not lost any progression after resetting the game. There we go. It loads easily this time. No frackin' clue what happened. Let's get the first team back in there. It's West Brom. They have 1 point on the season. No one seems like... I wouldn't say that there's no one that likes NHL 23, but the best I can see people saying for it is that it's better than 22. And to me, that might as well just be saying nothing. When's the 2K10 fantasy draft starting? Potentially very soon. Ooh, okay, there are other job offers out, including Arsenal, Spurs, Leipzig. None of which I would want. You know? I wouldn't want any of those. There's no point in moving to one of these particular teams. They're just worse than I am. I mean, winning with Tottenham would be something. It is clue that Leipzig have 112 million. Yeah, we're gonna decline that. If I move somewhere, I don't want it to be to another Champions League level club. Let me rebuild. Inter. There's no way they're gonna have the money. 165 million for Darwin Nunez. There's no way you're gonna have the money. Not a shot in hell. Not a shot in hell. Let's try it. Julian Brandt at 99 million. That doesn't quite add up now, does it? I didn't mean to hit stall, but I'm just going to reject that offer. There's no way you got the money either. If you're going to sit here and approach one of the best players in the world and lowball me for him, he's not going to your team. That's just how it happens. We take on FK2 names. God help me if we draw or lose this one. Thank you. Darwin and Raphael with the goals. Haven't said Raphael's name too much this season yet. Yeah, I wouldn't go to Leipzig anyway. The ownership of that team can suck a fat one. Give me an offer to go to like Freiburg. That would be dope. There's the PSG offer. There's the PSG offer. We were waiting for it. 115 million. If anyone were to have the money, it would be PSG. 165 million. Will they take it? No, even PSG is walking away. Wow. Even PSG walks away and balks at the idea of paying an extra 50 million for Darwin Nunez, which means he's going nowhere for a long time at this rate. That is what that means. Fair enough. We take on our fellow Liverpudlians in Tranmere Rovers. Should be... Give me an offer to go to Tranmere. Especially because they somehow earned a point off of us. Are you joking? Are you goddamn joking? This damn team. It's worth blowing them up anyway, just for that. My God. Holy shit. Okay, we got another Darwin offer. Same thing from Leverkusen. We know they don't have the money. We got our final scouting reports. First up from Brazil. Alex Carvalho. The Carvalho. We'll sign him. I want to say Chow, but it's not Chow. But it is Machado. We're not going to sign him anyway. Breno Castro. Worth 750 grand. We'll sign him. Brazil was pretty damn kind to us. Let's see. Bolivia. I believe. Carlos Martinez. Not quite what we're looking for. Daniel Iglesias. Not quite what we're looking for. Bolivia was kind, but not overly generous. And then Mexico-wise, Sergi Marin. Juan Carlos Sandoval. David Pinto. Yeah, Mexico. Mexico didn't exactly work out for us with flying colors now, did it? It is time to see where we're going next. Those three nations will be off limits. Where will we be going next? That will be up to 3 people in chat. Let's find out. Let us find out. As we get ready for another game. We're 6th in the league right now. It's not amazing. The scouting instructions. Got a lot more young world-class players to look at, too. Get us. There you go, JD. It's a man of honor right there. Endo Mills. Good to see you. Good to see you. Gotta get some pro clubs in there in a bit. That is the plan. A lot of damn players out there. A lot of damn players out there. Just trying to see who I actually want to scout. Might as well set everyone to be scouted, really, but we'll go back to that in a minute. Let's see the next scouting location. Broken Wheelchair. Endo Mills are the first 2. Let's see where we're going. See if we end up in some unorthodox places at this stage. We just went to Brazil, Bolivia, and France. Wheels says we're going back to Côte d'Ivoire. Endo says some sort of Africa. Endo says some sort of Africa. Well, that sounds like a streamer's choice then at that point. Let's find the next most solid then. We'll go to Egypt. Final name. Taps. 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 The African country of Uruguay. Right? Taps, where we head in our final location here. New Zealand. Going to the land of the hobbits for the first time. The land of the hobbits. Fair enough. Jota, September Player of the Month. Love to see it. Oops. Let's see. Just getting scouting. Training days. There we go. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't do that sooner about training days. We do get a transfer offer for Jota. It's the Bayer Leverkusen. There's no way they can afford him. We know this. We've had to reject their offers before. Like I said, we don't absolutely have to sell our 2 main strikers, so we're not going to. Unless we get matched the best offer for him. Bradford City. Sweet, beautiful Bradford. Just going to find Chris Woods and nothing else here. And we end up beating Bradford. Not bad. One of these days, Reaver, it'll happen. Endo, you feeling any better, by the way? You've been a busy boy, but I also know you've been a sick boy. Stade Rennais. All right, first team's back in against the French. Hopefully a win. Or a very disappointing loss thanks to a guy named Coop Miners. That's not great. We actually could be in trouble Champions League-wise at this point. That would be pretty devastating. We got Wolves in the league. Beat them 2-0. Not bad. Not bad, not bad. What do we got? Respect Coop, apparently. Ojeda over. Well, Diogo Teixeira, not quite an obvious cut at this point, but it's obvious there are people who are a step ahead, especially those goalkeepers. Carabao Cup against Ipswich. Second team will be in. Second team will be in against the Ipswich. And we win 4-0. Hat-trick for Jota. Harvey Elliott with a goal as well. Endo, I don't know. At least offhand. I've heard it's become a meme so expansive that I've stopped wondering what the origin is. Don't want to manage Hungary. Oliveira, you will play. Don't worry about it. First team will obviously be in against Chelsea. Other jobs, Arsenal, Spurs, Inter Milan, Juventus, AC Milan, Roma, Napoli. Half of Italy wants us to join. I don't want to join a big team. I don't want to join a big team. I mean, going to Italy would be pretty fun, but with a bigger team, what's the point? Might as well just stay with who we got and keep winning, you know? As we beat Chelsea. Beautiful. Ben Chilwell scored the opening goal. We scored 3 straight after that. Love to see it. Gotta Wrexham. Taro, you literally just played. I mean, if Wrexham were to give us an offer, I'd go. But that's literally because they're not in this. Stuck in the rest of world setup. Wow, we are in a bit of trouble. We have to win this game. We're halfway through. We only have 1 win. We lose here. We are in big, big trouble if we lose this game. The first team needs to get it done. Especially at home. Boys, you can't blow this here. All right, looks like they knew what the objective was. That is a statement victory right there. That is a statement. If I have ever seen one. Holy shit. It was beautiful. All right, we got our first monthly scouting reports back. We'll start off in Egypt with Gamal Syed. Thabit Hassan, neither will be signed. Hisham Rahman, $1 million valuation. The 6'3" Egyptian. Ivory Coast, Abubakar Doumbia will not be signed.
Oh, good for you.
Got the Jakey for the fall. Appreciate it. Musa Ouattara, I guess it would be. Not going to be signing him. Disappointing start for the Ivory Coast. And then in New Zealand, Patrick Middleton is a goalkeeper. Nope. How many bots? Like 200. Great. Ooh, Jaden May. Potential's great, but the starting overall is going to be trash. So nothing in New Zealand. At least to start off, nothing in New Zealand. First team's ready to go against Burnley. See what we can do after just rampaging our way through a Champions League game. We win it in 85th minute with Florian Wirtz getting the goal. Way to go, Flo. Player chat. Harvey, you've done well. Keep your head down. Everything will work out. Objective-wise. All right, so we hit that long-term goal at the center back, which is good. 10 wins already done. We've sold 1 player. We need 2 more. Cool. So we still have to sell 2 other players, but now, with Jimenez, I can set him to the loan list. Go to team management, take him out of there for Ramsey and Beck. I don't think we're going to have a second choice keeper. Let's just admit defeat. If our goalkeeper were to get hurt. There we go. See So yeah, Jimenez will play if we play the second team, which is a bit of a rarity. All right, this goes much faster without the training. Why did I wait so long? Hull City, interested immediately for Jimenez. We're going to delegate that out to a normal 2-year loan. We play Mansfield Town. We are currently 3rd in the league, just 1 point back of City. United's first season back in the Prem. They are in 4th at this stage. Duly noted. It is November. Now, I have seen some interesting formations before. I can't say I've ever seen a formation like that. Let's see if it works for him. We should score about 8 goals. 4-2. What the hell was that? God, you guys thought I was rocking some weird formations a couple seasons ago. All right, we are 1 point ahead of the French. We need a win here. At least a point against Dortmund would be great. A win would be even better. Can we do it? Yes, that should see us through. Held them to just 2 shots. That's awesome. That's a huge win for us. That should see us through, pretty much, to the next round. A chance to manage international teams, but it's not really what I want. PSG, for God's sake. Hey, we could get Mbappe just by going to PSG. Arsenal and Spurs are still desperate for me to go there, too. First team is in against Salford City. 3 at the back, so we should win this. At least we've already won the Premier League, so the pressure's kind of off, but what the fuck, boys? Did you just take the game off? What the hell was that? Ipswich. With a 5 at the back. We win 3-1. 5 at the back, 3 goals. 3 at the back, 0 goals. Figure that one out. Figure that one out. History beckons, apparently, for Diogo Jota. 11 goals, projected goals of 29, competition records 32. Yeah, he's not Haaland here. He's not going to break that record. Speaking of Arsenal, they stand in front of us here. What national team would you accept? None at this point. I meant to turn it off. 2-2. It's a draw. That's a good result for them and a bad result for us. That is disappointing, if we are being honest. Like, very, very disappointing. See, we got a loan offer. Huracan are interested in Jimenez. Huracan. See our monthly scouting reports. Ivory Coast, Doumbia will still not be signed. Tara, same thing. He's getting better. Ishmael Kouassi. Borderline worth it. Jean Udez. Kawaku, I guess it would be. And then Franck Touré. Man, Ivory Coast. No higher rated players, so the values are down. In Egypt. Nobody. And in New Zealand, Middleton's still there, but his rating will be terrible. Same for Jaden May. Tommy Blackburn, nope. Hugo Bell. We got a New Zealander. We've done it. There's one good New Zealander. He is our Chris Wood. All right, goalkeepers. We have news. Alessandro Cardoso is out, as Jankovic is clearly the superior. Look at that fucking potential for this guy, and he's 15. He's our signing this year. He is our signing. It is essentially a waste of time to look at anybody else. It's him. Mario is him. Mario is him. The only guy that could compete is Garcia. We're not exactly desperate for, right-wing options. It would take somebody incredible to eclipse this Croatian goalkeeper. He is him, as far as I am concerned. All right, the Norwegian club again in the Champions League. We do need to beat this team to to go through here, to guarantee it. I mean, it's at Anfield. This should be pure domination. It's just this random ass Norwegian team. Thank God. There we go. So we are through. We will make it out of the group stage of the Champions League. It was a little bit shaky, but we have done it. As Kylian Mbappe appears to have won the Ballon d'Or. That got us an extra $28 million, essentially. And Erdogan are interested in Jimenez. He would definitely be the starter there, which is awesome. Third in the league, 2 points back of Burnley. Burnley at 11-2-2. Fucking Burnley. Trying to pull a Leicester at this stage. So in the Champions League, Chelsea and Benfica. Look at that. I said it was a group of death. Benfica is through, not only on goal differential, but the head-to-head tiebreaker over AC Milan. Chelsea, Benfica are through. Group B. Oh my God. Villarreal, City. Pure domination from both of them. Wow. Villarreal technically number one. Bayern Munich, Inter Milan both go through in Group C. Club Brugge and PSG. So Leipzig and Sporting fall short. Look at Club Brugge. Of course, we went through. Dortmund out. Rene made it through. Real Madrid and Arsenal make it through over Leverkusen. Barcelona and Napoli through in Group G. Ooh, good. Another bot follow. Love to see it. Two more bot follows. Awesome.
For you.
Juventus and Atletico Madrid. Poor Ajax have done nothing since we sold them Mohamed Salah. But we are through. I will indeed see if we can go take a proper look at Burnley. Can we take a proper look at Burnley? See who the fuck is on their team. We don't have them perfectly scouted out. They do have Lazetic, who's an 83. And then just a lot of guys that we have no information on, even though they play in the same league. Will Hughes, Luis Alberto, Lokonga. They do have a lot of younger players, though. Yeah, a lot of guys that we don't have the info on. 23-year-old Dominic Holloway at center back. He's an 84. So Burnley has benefited quite heavily. Muted, what's going on, by the way? Benefited quite heavily from the standing in the Premier League. We take on Bolton Wanderers, and we draw. That's unfortunate. 1-1. That is highly unfortunate. Muted, I'm doing good. Gonna see if we can win the old Champions League this year after winning the Prem last year. It's our first game against Manchester United in a long time. They just finally made it back to the Premier League this season. Still with numerous incredibly familiar players. Henderson still between the sticks. I hit the wrong one. How about Krejci's return? It's pretty damn good. He's going to get David Pasternak paid. All right, let's go ahead and pause this bad boy. Jump to the result. Liverpool win 3-0. That's what I'm talking about. That's what happens when a championship caliber team comes up to the Prem. You get stomped out by the defending champions. PSG interested in Jota. Jota's price has dropped from over 200 million down to 177. I would still be willing to take high market value for the now 31-year-old. $177 million for him, and then we bring in one of those young regens. I'd be okay with it. Do they have $177 million to spend on Diogo Jota? They do not. Cody, they could have earned more money in that time. You never know. It was worth looking. Jota stays for now. We do have our young center back, Gonzalo Jimenez, going out on loan for 2 years. He was our loan academy signing last year. Hurts our depth a little bit more. Cody, I know what they last had. It's still worth sending the offer. You don't know unless you try. Stockport. 3-1 win. Beautiful. And like I said, I'm not even desperate to sell him. It's just if a team's like, yeah, screw it, then cool. But we're not desperate to sell them. If we do, we do. If they don't go anywhere, that's perfectly fine by me. I don't try because I'm a coward. Fair. Manchester United in the Carabao Cup, so our first team will start. Can we beat United for the second time in a week? Carabao Cup. Second time in a week. We beat Manchester United. Muted showed up to the stream just in time. Just in time. So Spurs beat Arsenal on penalties. Leeds, Chelsea, and ourselves are the final four in the Carabao Cup. The old League Cup. Don't feel like managing Poland. Jude, you're doing a great job, buddy. Keep it up. Any interesting job offers out there? Arsenal, Spurs, Atleti, Barcelona, Real Madrid. I don't want to go to any of them. Where's my Stockport United offer? Let me go to Stockport. Let me go to Tranmere. You know, shoot your shot. Let me go to just a bottom. I would honestly consider going to Everton in League 2 just to make sure they stay there for 100 years. Peterborough. We end up beating them as well. We have Bradford again. Barcelona and their oodles of money, right? It's accurate. We end up drawing Bradford. We've had the tendency to do that. A couple more draws here and there. It reminds me of a certain season that didn't go very well. Inter Milan are interested in Jota. I do not want Edson, but I do want $177 million. Do you have $177 million? You don't, but again, you're willing to offer Julian Brandt, in which case I will reject that. Ender, what's up, buddy? Doing pretty good. Connection to Twitch has been a bit rough. And NHL 23 is haunting me, but I'm hanging in there. The transfer window has opened. So we get ready to play Tranmere Rovers. Jimenez leaves out on loan. We are looking okay. We are looking okay. Heard it's been a problem all day. That would make sense, wouldn't it? Bayern Munich, Dortmund, Leverkusen, Wolfsburg, but they're back in the Bundesliga. I mean, it keeps switching out like what leagues top teams are interested in us. We're 3 points behind City with 18 games to go to try and win another championship. Let's take a look at the squad at the stage. We do have to sell 2 players in this window. Allison finally drops a point at 35 years old. Interesting. It would be bold, to say the least. I mean, Ender, you know? All right. World-class goalkeepers. I mean, Tim Schuster, the German, potential to be special. Lefebvre at Tenerife. Paradis is an 87 already. Holy shit. Petit is 20. He's the Courtois regen. I mean, we go for someone like Jorge Paredes. I mean, it could be Paradis. It could be Paredes, like the baseball player. I'm going to go with Jorge Paredes. The Keylor Navas regen from Leipzig. I mean, that'd be a hell of a replacement for Allison. That would be one hell of a replacement. Active instruction. DXD, fraction, separator. Good to know. Thank you. Good to know. We're going to list Allison for sale and see if anyone bites. He's only worth $27 million, so we could actually be a bit more proactive with that offer. I mean, the thing is, he's 35, but he's still a 91. At 27, 26, $27 million, or the right in between, is it even worth getting rid of him? Because there's no big money offer to come. You can still just use him for the rest of the season. We don't really know how good Taro Oliver is going to be. Lala is still here. He is out on loan. He's up to a 70. So we have a decision to make there with Allison, if we want to sell him. Again, I don't know if player swaps work for the goal. Of course, we have Oliveira still at left back. Back behind him. Billy hasn't gotten any better at Bournemouth. It's brutal. Mbamba's doing great at Monaco. Kanate, Bastoni still getting better. Trent up to a 92. But so far, no one else has regressed, as you might suspect, given it's a pretty damn young team. Yeah, Chambers up to an 81. Silva getting better. Heath hasn't gotten any better at Levante. Baker, Weber keep getting better. I mean, depending on what happens, right? There are definitely possibilities. There are definitely possibilities. There's that Holloway kid. Rajao just moved recently. And Serigny Sia? I don't know. This guy's still a free agent. We'll probably bring him in. 87 rated. That's absurd. That is absolutely absurd that he is still a free agent. I mean, some of these other guys are fantastic as well. David Lawrence, especially for Villarreal. Not that I have a need for him. I still have Trent. He's an 82 at 19 years old. Yeah, I mean, that one guy being a free agent still, I don't really want his entire career to go to waste. Yeah, Muted, I have a feeling it is because of the inverted leagues causing some funkiness. At the same time, I don't know. I feel like if we play it straight up, I don't know if we could get away with a free agent to glory or not. The money is still expensive. Switchy, what's going on? We're doing pretty good. FIFA's been solid. The Twitch connection to the servers has not, but we're making it through. We're making it through. Molero as a Diaz replacement, though. Icon with the 20 bits. Thank you very much, Budsky. Dude's already an 87. Uwe Keller. Kevin DeYoung at Ibar. And then for the attackers, which we really don't need because we already found the good ones, but Ilyas Ali is a free agent. Jesus Christ. It's like, how long are these guys just going to sit here for, you know? How long are they going to sit there for? If they're not brought in by anybody else by the end of the month, I will bring them in and flip them at that rate. Job offers. Nobody I'd go to. That's a shame. January transfer window's open, though. We might have possibilities here.